Now, Dominic, I know we only met tonight, but going back 20 minutes, I'm a little curious. Why is it you only recognize your boss when you see his balls? How did you get that job, and what are you doing? Yeah. Speaking of shitty jobs, I spent all day at mine, and I mentioned it. So that just happened. And the day continues. So yeah, I work at this plastic factory in Oxnard, and I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but I literally kind of had to spend all day figuring out every fucked up decision that led to me being at a plastic factory in Oxnard. Obviously, if you're 34 and at a plastic factory in Oxnard, the life plan took a weird left turn somewhere that we weren't aware of, and I'm trying to figure out how I got there. And so, I'm realizing I'm 34. I work at a plastic factory in Oxnard. I don't know if I've said that. But on top of this monotonous bullshit scheduling plastic life, I've got my family trying to figure out when I'm going to meet somebody. And it's a good day if I don't slap anybody, let alone say, hey, how you doing? And the thing is, on top of, just meeting people, first of all, I'm not good at it. And then on top of that, the thing is, I've realized I'm at this point where I kind of just don't care anymore. It's all about me. It's not about you or the lives you're living, but I don't care what your major is. I don't care about beauty school. I just don't fucking care anymore, like, at all. And so now, I'm at a point where on the rare opportunity I am forcing myself to enjoy somebody else's company, and it is forcing on a good day. But so I was dating this girl for a minute, and you'll see why soon. So she was saying that she was a vegetarian, and I lived for 13 years up in Sonoma County. I don't know if anybody's familiar with wine country, but it's where hippies went to retire. And so veganism and vegetarianism, like, I respect it, but I'm a little burnt out on it. And so I was asking, I said, so are you like an actual vegetarian, or one of those like, I eat chicken and fish too? And she said, no, I just can't eat anything that had a soul, And I said, no, I can respect that. And she said, what about you? And just because I'm at that fuck it point, I said, I can't eat anything unless I know it was choked to death with somebody's bare hands. I don't know if that works for you, but I feel like you can taste the fear. Yeah, so, but I'm trying, because, you don't, it's this vicious cycle, really, because the longer you're single, the more cynical and jaded you get. And then the more cynical and jaded you get, you have no interest in interacting with any of this nonsense that's going on around me, but I'm trying. I gave it a legitimate effort. I signed up for an internet dating site, plentyoffish.com, and it is free and all kinds of awesome. And the initial plan was, because, like I said, I don't really want to put any effort into anything. I'm at that point in life where I actually want stuff to, like, not happen. But so yeah, so I figured I'll fill out a profile, a few pictures of myself. I was trying to go honest. I labeled it, I am probably not what you're looking for. And the funny thing is like, people are like, oh, that's great, that's creative. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking kidding. Like, I know me, and you don't want this. But so the initial plan was like, all right, I'll throw out a profile and I'll just see what kind of responses I get. And for like 2 weeks, it was nothing. And not that I think I'm the shit, but like, I was, I gotta figure there's like a lonely woman out there somewhere that's willing to give it a shot. And so like, I asked my roommate about it, because he's all about this shit. And I said, what's the deal? Like, what? There's just no response whatsoever. And he's like, well, how many messages have you sent? You know, because I'm sending them every day. And I said, nothing, bro. I got somewhat of a life. Like, I'm not, it's a minimal, but it's mine. And he said, oh, you gotta understand, like, these women are getting, like, easily dozens of messages a day, and they're reading through all these other jackasses. And I'm like, you're telling me this is just like the fucking bars? Like, I got out of that scene on purpose, and then so then I was like, all right, so now I do have to actually try, which has never been my strong suit. So I start throwing some messages out there, and the thing is, here is every single, and again, I'm not anti-woman, I love y'all ladies, I do, but every profile I've seen goes as follows. I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to hook up. I don't want a one-night stand. I want something real. I want to be taken to a museum and dinner. And if you're just into playing games, you go ahead and move right on. Like, all right, cool. Let's look at the pictures. Titty shot, baby shot. Another titty shot. Like, what are you fucking advertising for? Like, it reminds me of... It felt the same as just the lack of understanding of when I was a kid, and there was a girl in elementary school that would kick me in the junk like every day. And my parents would say, "Oh, I think she likes you," and I think she likes kicking me in the dick. I don't get it. And then, like, so I'm just, maybe it's me, maybe I'm not understanding women, but I don't know. It's just, like. The biggest example of me not understanding women I have is that this one time about 10 years ago, I had this friend, and it was one of those, like, we know each other, but she has a boyfriend, and I don't care, but, she's whatever. Anyway, so things start happening one night, and the thing to remember here is that we are 100% sober, and this is the first time anything has ever happened. And she starts... we've all been there doing, she starts pulling like, oh, I don't know if we should. I'm like, all right, I'm not here to pressure anybody. And then she says, well, maybe we could, no. Well, what? I'm open, like what? Like, well, maybe, no, it's silly. Well, what? Well, maybe you could, like, pretend to force yourself on me, and I could fight you off, and you could, like, pretend to rape me. And, I just don't know how to respond. I just don't get it. So at the end of the day, maybe I just don't get women. I don't know, but that seems to be my time. Thank you very much.